Okay. So not specifically West African, just African in general?
Yes, just Africa.
Hey, it's 42. This is going to be a quick video. I saw something, and I'm working on something else right now, but this will kind of peel off what I'm working on. I can mention some of it now, but this is an impromptu reaction because I saw something when a UFC now champion, I'm not sure how many weight classes, well, not weight classes, but he's a heavyweight, but his name Francis Ngannou. I think that's how you pronounce it, or Ngannou. I've heard it pronounced both ways. He was being interviewed, and he's dressed up in like a daishiki and a kufi. I think that's what the hat's called, but you see hats like that, they're called different things. It's basically like the ball cap of Africa. And then the person interviewing him says, well, this is like the first time I've seen you in Cameroonian garb, or Cameroonian, dressed up in traditional Cameroonian attire. And he said, no, this isn't Cameroonian, this is African. And I heard this, and I'm like, I've heard people say this so many times. But you always hear this alternative when you have people that kind of have that, like, I know what I'm talking about, like this whole big-headed stuff. And you'll hear this a lot you hear this from Hebrew Israelites, but you hear it a lot from people that are on the House of Consciousness with Sonetter, and they'll say Africans don't refer to themselves as African. I'm like, the hell they don't. How many Africans do you know? I know plenty of Africans who have like that cultural connection to all of Africa. So I'm just going to play this. And to me, it seems like a lot of people just aren't experienced. Like that whole thing, that back and forth with Cynthia G and Corey Holcomb. I'm looking at both of them and I'm like, Corey, you mean you don't know any black women who are black first that have extensions and shit, or even ugly ass janky weaves and some messed up makeup? I know how it looks. But you don't know of any people that are about progressive black power that might have some janky ass ugly weaves or whatever. So why are you even bothering her? Yes, I know a lot of people are thinking it, and you can't resist saying it because everybody's thinking it. And to Cynthia, I would say the same thing. You don't know anybody that is dating somebody out of this thing that we've created called race, and I know there are issues with that are logistical, which is why Corey shouldn't even have bothered with her. But I know plenty, plenty that love black people, and they're probably with like some Mexican, some albino, whatever, Chinese girl, whatever, white dude, whatever. You don't know that. Hey, I know you gotta question it. You look at it twice, but you don't know that. You haven't seen that. And likewise, you haven't seen Africans who are just like, hey, this is African shit. You know what I mean? You haven't seen that. And I hear that all the time, and I'm thinking, go outside, meet some people. Come on now. I don't understand that. So Francis, it's funny, it's got to be some brother named after France. I think Cameroon was one of the countries, I'm pretty sure Cameroon colonized by France. So that's probably how you get somebody named Francis. And even with colonial name, he still understands that Africans were wearing that type of clothes, thousands of years ago. It's African attire. He didn't call it, you always hear they refer to themselves as their tribe and their nation and their not Africans. We created that. Well, regardless of who created it, whether it's from Africa being combined and it's old, or I know it's not that Roman general. I don't think that's legit. But regardless who created the whole term Africa, that's how they get down. So since people act like this doesn't exist, I'm going to have to play it for them.
To dress this way tonight?
First of all, it's not Cameroonian clothes, it's African clothes.
Okay. So not specifically West African, just African in general?
Yes, just African.
To dress this way tonight?
First of all, it's not Cameroonian clothes, it's African clothes.
Okay. So not specifically West African, just African in general?
Yes, just Africa.